Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and I welcome you all back to Dinosaur Island. Today we tour the east side of the island, now nicknamed the Isle of Death. Still called Dinosaur Island throughout us, this island has a lot of stuff that we have to hide. This female Proceratosaurus is in kind of a predicament. A standoff with a Utahraptor. But she's got even more trouble on her hands. Her partner showed up. Something clicks in their brains. The Utahraptors know she is all alone, and there's two of them. It'll be easy for them to take them out, but something happens. The ground begins to shake. The Proceratosaur looks on at the incoming dinosaurs. The sauropods. This one right here, this Brachiosaurus, is the largest dinosaur on the island and the leader of the herd. He fends off predators from the rest, as currently they have one young Camarasaurus traveling with them. We shall name this giant Brachiosaur Bronto, as he is the oldest dinosaur on the island and leads his herd of sauropods across it. This young Camarasaur is quite volatile into the action. His mother is, of course, not too far behind, but he is getting further and further away from her. He's admired Bronto for a long time and wishes to fight on, like him, become a leader of a herd. But he'll need to grow before that happens. We shall also give him a name, Dino, the Camarasaurus. Many different types of sauropods. Stay. A teenage brachiosaur is always keeping track on the patasaur family, as the adult female and the little youngster are really good friends of this juveniles. Next to them is another large sauropod. She's quite big, show off, as her armor protects her from even predators, even though she normally doesn't have any on her. Meanwhile, she has to carry for the youngest dinosaur one of the youngest in the herd, the young Titanosaur. This Titanosaur one day will grow up to be bigger than Bronto himself. That is, if he can survive that long. Bronto will make sure his herd survives. Right now, he's leading them to the dense greenery of the east side. Already in the dense greenery is the Stegosaur herd. Different types of stegosaurs roam amongst it, consisting of Kentrosaurus, Stegosaurus, and a Tajungasaurus. This herd is really versatile. The only Tajungasaurus in the herd is this one right here. She can be a bit of an annoyance, especially towards the bull and leader of the herd, as she is pretty arrogant and walks away. Her arrogance is stuck through her since her childhood, when her parents were unfortunately attacked by allosaurs. The cries of the brachiosaurs echo off in the distance. The bull and leader of the stegosaur herd does want to keep the stegosaurs in line, just so none of the younglings get squished. Of course, the Tajungasaur of the herd, the only Tajungasaur in the herd, doesn't listen. She's not well liked amongst the herd. She's only got one friend in amongst the herd. And it is this young stegosaur. This stegosaur grew up in practically the same conditions, but a few other things. He managed to find the herd a lot quicker than the Tajungasaur did, but was more malnourished. He is at his adult size, but can't grow any larger. A twig snaps. Something is watching them. And the Tajungasaur is the only one who's realized. Calls over to the stegosaur, her friend, but he's not listening, busy gorging himself. Bad. threat in the forest. An allosaur female, ready and prepared to attack. She has very unique coloring and is actually a surprise and very easy to pick out. That's why she has to rely into the dense undergrowth of the east side forest. She's afraid she's already given away her trap thanks to a twig snap. So she waits. She was going to go in for an attack, but she'll have to wait now. It's no use, especially when the younglings that she was about to catch have moved. She'll just have to bide her time. Also on the east side of the island is the Carnotaur. Is a Carnotaur pack. This male Carnotaur is not the mate to this female. They are just pack mates. But the female has laid eggs. And since the alpha and the female's mate is off hunting, she has another male to help guard her nest. They'll peacefully wait around this side until their hunter comes back. This Coelophysis is trying to find food. He's got a burrow here, which he's going to take advantage of. Unfortunately, unknown to him, there's something else here too. An adult male Coelophysaurus in his prime, and he's about to launch an ambush on the occupied Coelophysis. Stands mere meters away from his target, preparing for the ambush. Finally, the time is right. He untangles himself from the vegetation he's fallen in. Something else has taken his kill. He looks up into the air and sees the perpetrator. A Dimorphodon had caught his meal in his talons. This large Dimorphodon is flying his catch towards the south side, probably where his nest is. That's a kill wasted. A strong gust of wind knocks him down, but that isn't enough to deter this Dimorphodon from his prize. He'll just eat it here. this young stegosaur has decided to eat. Right here. That's a mistake. The stegosaur didn't have time to scream or make any calls out to the rest of his herd before he was caught by the allosaur. The allosaur shaking its mouth, trying to get its windpipe. But something had noticed them. The Tajungasaur noticed. The allosaur usually goes for the small prey in this herd because of the breeding season, and it doesn't require as much energy. But this Tajungasaur is stopping that. The allosaur hits the Tajungasaur's tail. She's aggravated. And unfortunately moves away. The bull of the herd has heard the commotion and has came over to see the problem. He sees the young stegosaur hit to the ground with the Tajungasaur's tail above it. The youngling isn't making any noise whatsoever. Then he starts. The allosaur left deep bite wounds around the poor youngling's neck. But he'll be able to fight another day. The bull looks at the Tajungasaur. The Tajungasaur hopes she did a good job and would get praise from the leader. But the leader still hates her and trots off without making noise. Another day of being shunned by the bull of the herd. Right. The allosaur's failed hunt will not let her have food for a while. She'll have to reside to hunting other things within the dark, dense thicket of the forest that she inhabits. For now, her hunt on the stegosaurs has failed. But she'll live to fight another day. And the fight between stegosaur and allosaur has only just begun.